What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about Arnim Zola and how to fight him and the best counters for him. So I may or may not have got wrecked when I fought an Arnim Zola in Battlegrounds the other day. So I actually wanted to learn how to fight him, so I want to share this knowledge. So there's just going to be 13 champions that I think are the best when it comes to fighting Arnim Zola. So Silk is amazing because she has very easy access to a heavy knockdown. You know, you have that stun, that passive stun. And Silk actually does most of her damage from her special too, but, you know, the damage here is reduced, except the red. The red is going to be normal here, and then she also has her basic attacks. So I think she is a great counter to Arnim Zola. I don't think it's the best from the ones that I'm going to show, but she is very safe. You know, that very easy access to just, you know, that knockdown is really good. Okay, sorry about that. Now moving on to the second one, this is Titania. I think Titania is a pretty solid counter too. You know, very easy access to the heavy here if you just use your haymakers to get a hit and then use your heavy attack. And then the good thing about Titania, you know, most of her damage, it comes after the special 3. You know, you're not going to deal too much damage with your special 3 because of the 90% cowardice. But that burst damage after you place those debuffs is going to be huge. Now for Arnim Zola's specials, his special 1, you can outrange the first 2 hits, and then the last one is like a small, like dex. Even I like block dexing it, and you don't even take much block damage, and then you can just punish it as well. And then the special 2, I don't really like baiting it because it places that disintegration on you, and then, you know, you take a bit of damage, and also disintegration reduces your combat power rate, so you don't get too much power, and I really hate it. But here we have Spot. I genuinely think this guy is the best counter to Arnim Zola. I might be biased, but you're just gonna see the results here. I think this is like a rank 5 unascended Spot here against a rank 3 Zola. So why is Spot great here? Because he doesn't need to hit the opponent that much. And as you can see here, because Arnim Zola has a lot of hits on his heavy attack, look at that. We're gonna trigger Untouchable, and then we're gonna hit him with our heavy here, but before we make contact, he actually tries to hit us with like 4 hits here, and you're gonna see those ruptures gonna stack up, and once they tick, you're gonna see a lot of damage. Do you see that? So you deal a lot of damage. Also, you can use your Untouchable to get a heavy off. Here he threw the special, but it's totally fine. Like, I can just block and build up again. So yeah, it's honestly, dude, I feel like Spot is the best. Like, you're gonna see here, we're gonna kill him with a special 1 as well. Yeah, I think he's gonna throw 1 more. You don't really want to get cornered against Zola, but it's fine. Yeah, look at that. He just gets destroyed. Honestly, he's my favorite counter for sure. Moving on to Kate Bishop. Honestly, a very good counter as well. You have the passive stun. You can easily heavy him. And your cold snap is not going to be reduced. It's only the actual like hit damage that is reduced with like 90% cowardice, not like the red numbers or like any DOT that comes from it, which is amazing. You see the concept is taking for a lot. But the one thing you don't want to do against Zola is you never want to hit his block, because he gains 3 charges when he hit his block once. And for Arnim Zola, how his awaken ability works, basically after 20 charges, he has a 10% chance to put you to sleep, and then for each charge he gets above 20, it increases the chance by another 5%. So let's say he has 25, he's going to have the 10% chance from getting to 20, and then plus 25% from the extra 5 charges. So he's going to have 35% chance to actually put you to sleep. And the annoying thing that I really hate, it can happen when you're performing a heavy attack. So if you just want to throw a heavy attack to just reduce his charges by 10, he has a chance to actually put you to sleep while you're performing the special attack. This is what happened to me when I used Medusa in my Battleground stream the other day. Now Medusa, or sorry, not Medusa, Scream is great because you can use her auto block, and she even just, she parries his heavy attack, man. You can get such easy access to the knockdown here with the heavy, and you place all those armor breaks whenever he tries to like hit you here, where you get the auto block. And in this fight, I don't even need a special 1. In a Battlegrounds fight, you most likely would need a special 1 to get those fervors. So make sure you end with light attack so you can have your madness to consume it to actually get the auto block. So Scream is a really solid counter here. Thanos is a very good option too. You know, you don't really need the damage that he does from the specials. because, you know, Thanos has enough damage with his basic attacks to just kill Arnim Zola very easily. Obviously, this is not a good example. I didn't want to use the 7-star rank 3 here because I wanted to showcase a bit of gameplay with Thanos here. But, you know, whenever you need to just knock him down, you just do a combo into a heavy and you easily knock him down. And then you get those Furies. Want to make sure you pause them here, maybe block the last hit of the special one like I did here, get those pauses, and make sure you have your Furies, because it's gonna be a long fight if you don't have your Furies, because you just don't even have any special damage. Moving on to another Cosmic here. I don't see her a lot in BGs, but I honestly think she's one of the best counters to Arnim Zola, because she can parry non-contact attacks. And Zola's first medium and first light are non-contact, so it's really tough to actually get a parry stun on him, unless you like re-parry. But with Angela, it's perfect. You just parry whenever you want. And the good thing about Angela, most of her damage comes from her basics. It's not her specials. Her specials actually are not really hard, even if you don't fight Zola, which is really great here. I think I'm gonna get hit at some point. But you can see the special one, very easy to dex. I think here's when I'm gonna hit. Yeah, I missed a parry. So ignore me being a bit bad here and here. But yeah, Angela, really solid for Arnim Zola. Moving on to Superior Iron Man. This guy is honestly very good. So you get that heavy off and you get the instinct. It could be a bit tricky to get your heavy to land, because sometimes if you try to heavy his heavy, it's not gonna work. But if you get that instinct, you can parry non-contact attacks, and as long as you finish a combo with a medium ending, you always refresh it. So you basically have it for all the fight here. Once you trigger it, make sure you do a medium ender, boom, that's it. You always have it up. And yeah, just look at that, perfect. You're gonna miss like a lot of damage from your special 2. It's not gonna do a lot, but you will see after the special 2, Superior Iron Man places that massive armor break, which is going to just make your basics hits like a truck. Honestly, you're gonna see here, I think this is like a 7-star rank 1 Superior Iron Man, not even leveled up. And yeah, he does pretty well, honestly. I think he's a very good option too. That's why I really want a 7-star Superior Iron Man. I think he's a very good champ. Moving on to Ironheart. So with Ironheart, as long as you have the tracking on the opponent, you can parry non-contact attacks. Same thing with Superior Iron Man. If you can parry non-contact attacks, it's just so easy to just parry heavy Zola. And yeah, Ironheart, very good option too. So there's definitely options for Zola. It's just if you don't have them, man, the fight can be really tricky to find those openings. But yeah, like you definitely want to have at least one of those champions in your deck for BGs, because this guy is now in the Titan Crystal and you're going to see a lot more. A lot of people are hunting for him. Another option that I'm not sure if it's going to work that well in Battlegrounds is Stark Spidey. So Stark Spidey, you know, you don't want to hit the opponent too much until you build up your voice charges. I think Stark Spidey's damage is going to be enough to actually kill. Here I'm going to get hit. To actually nuke Arnim Zola with only his basic attacks, because in BGs you will also have more 50. You're gonna have 50% power on your relic, which by the time you do 20 hits, it should be enough to like. You should have enough to throw your relic into a heavy attack to like do the knockdown, and then by then just kill him, because every single fight from Stark Spidey is like a 20-second fight after you build up. So I wish I could test this on a 7-star rank 3 with my 7-star rank 3, but I can't. He's not in the CCP, unfortunately, so I have to duel him. But I think Stark Spidey is a very solid option for Zola on paper. I do. A 7-star that I actually have like Sig 40, and I really want to take him up at some point. Just don't even know who to take, man. I got Shocker as well. But yeah, I do. Solid option for here. I mean, you just easy heavies with your combo. And you just, you know, your special 2 is dealing more, the most damage is coming from the red numbers, which means Cowardice is not reducing it, it's only reducing the actual numbers. But yeah, you get some pretty solid damage with iDoom as well. Now I believe, yeah, America Chavez here, same thought here is basically you have easy access to heavy, and then you get a lot of damage, you miss a lot of your damage from your special. But if you go for the first dimension onto the special 2, you actually get that nice red number, which again, it's not reduced from the Cowardice. So yeah, I can see Chavez being a very good option for Zola. Pretty fast. Like, you'll see that the special is gonna hit pretty hard with that red number. So yeah, I think she's great. I'm gonna try to heavy counter here, and yeah, that is something you can do, but I haven't practiced it enough to actually pull it off. You can heavy counter after his special 2, depending on what heavy you have. This is an option that I thought maybe is gonna work. So check what I'm gonna do here. You need to push this guy into the corner, and this is how you punch the special 1. You want to do 1 light, maybe 2 lights at some point, and you can heavy him after this. You're gonna see it here again. Now it only works when he is in the corner, but if you can get that, man, like, it's a very smooth fight, because also Tigra's damage is red numbers. Like, you don't actually need the physical damage that he can deal, but like the red, which, yeah, I can see Tigra being a really solid option for Zola, as long as you could corner him though. If you don't corner, it is not possible. And this was the last one. I thought it was another one too, but there's not. So yeah, man, that is, I believe, 13 champions that can actually take Arnim Zola pretty easily. Now, there are some other options that work, but I didn't include them here because most of the damage comes from actual special attacks. First one is like Proxima. She can parry non-contacts, but Proxima's damage comes from specials, and if you have that 90% Cardis, you're never gonna deal with Arnim Zola. And then another good option that I thought is decent, but just doesn't work because all the damage comes from specials, is Shang-Chi. You know, you can use his stun on that 5-hit combo, and then you can easily heavy him whenever you want. But again, it won't work because all that damage from Shang-Chi, it comes from the special. It's a build up to the special too, but if you have that 9% Cardis, it sucks. So yeah, guys, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.